Welcome back to our channel. Join me as I take on the challenge of transforming our health using only specific foods and fasting techniques to fight cancer. How can we stop chronic disease if there is a means to begin self-healing without spending money or time? People with strong immune systems can become metabolically healthy for the first time, which is our key to escaping chronic illness. Foods that support efficient autophagy that fit into and complement a fasting regimen are available on the market. No one can heal you. You must begin to view the human body as a self-healing creature that is always figuring out how to sustain itself if you want to heal yourself.
Autophagy. What is it? First, let's define autophagy. During autophagy, cells come to understand that there are nutrients and blood sugar entering the cell. It functions as an internal mechanism whereby the cell decides that nothing is entering, and that we must ensure that we are a better version of ourselves. As a result, the cell will eliminate bacteria and viruses. Additionally, it will say, "Hey, you know what? This cell is going rogue. This cell is becoming a cancer cell. This is android cell that's going to age you quickly." They're a weak member of the team in this fasted state where no glucose is coming in, no nutrients are coming in, and hence it eliminates those cells. A fasted state, what is it? A fasted state occurs when you have not eaten for 10-12 hours prior to exercise. This allows for glycogen stores to be fully depleted and means that the body has stopped breaking down food. After roughly 12 hours, your body is beginning to produce a significant amount of ketones, and your brain is firing, so you're experiencing that mental clarity. There will come a time when you're not hungry because ketones inhibit the hormone that causes appetite. And that's all that happens at around 12 hours. At 13 hours, we start to see an increase in growth hormone, which slows down the aging process and reddens our fat cells. Men also experience a 1,300% increase in testosterone during this time. Within just 15 hours, we see a decrease in inflammation, as measured by a blood marker called CRP. This is actually one of the best studies ever conducted on women. After receiving traditional breast cancer treatment, the researchers took a group of women and had them fast for 13 hours every day. They found that the group that did nothing but fast for 13 hours per day experienced a 64% reduction in the recurrence of breast cancer. One study found that the group that simply fasted for 13 hours per day saw an increase in growth hormone, which is the hormone that keeps you young and helps you burn fat. You continue for 17 hours, during which your amazing body turns inside out and says, "Wait a second, no food's coming in, we better get stronger." After 17 hours, we stimulate the body to start repairing itself, and old aging cells help you get rid of them. After 24 hours, your entire gut resets and intestinal stem cells enter and repair the entire inner lining of the gut. After 36 hours, your body finds stubborn fat, particularly around the belly, and it begins to burn that fat for energy. After 48 hours without any food entering the picture, suddenly you're getting new dopamine receptor sites. Why are you getting those? Your brain needs to get motivated to go. That is why I believe now is our window of opportunity to overcome chronic illness, and we must spread the word about it. How am I going to fast? However, should I go fast for 72 hours straight, the response is never. The 48-hour fasting once a quarter is a terrific way to get rid of those cells that are turning rogue and becoming tumors, or the 3-day water fast twice a year is a great way to get rid of those cells. If you are struggling with mental health issues, if you're looking for a range of techniques to help you improve your moods and deal with depression and anxiety, consider doing a 48-hour fast once a quarter. A 36-hour fast is a great option for those who are just irritated with their inability to lose weight. Therefore, if you're really having trouble losing weight, try a once-a-month 36-hour fast. After that, try a 24-hour fast. Some people vary these depending on where they are in their cycle, but even a single 24-hour fast can be quite effective. Most people then combine 12 to 17 hours of fasting on a regular basis, with the exception of the week before their cycle, when it's especially important to be mindful of what they eat. During breakfast, some love breaking fasts with fat because it kills the hunger hormone, which means that you say, okay, I'm going to eat fat first, and then I'm going to wait an hour before I eat anything else. If you follow that simple tip, you'll find that within an hour you won't want to eat the food you initially thought you might want to eat. Instead, your immediate desire to boomerang will disappear. I also frequently break my fasts with avocados because it's so simple to cut them in half and eat it in a thin slice depends on the preference. It is good to incorporate with probiotic-rich mixture with fat as my go-to method. I break my fast, however, right now you're replenishing these beneficial bacteria that will aid in weight loss and refilling them. Next food is coffee. Next second food is coffee. A 2014 study published in Out of Cell Cycle indicated that consuming coffee was associated with an increase in autophagy in the liver, muscle tissue, and cardiac tissue within 1 to 4 hours. Below are my suggestions for coffee. Since they must be organic, we can be certain that pesticides will increase cell death and the production of poisons in cells. Another major problem with coffee is that it can frequently contain a lot of mold, so you want to make sure it's organic and mold-free to avoid trying to promote autophagy.
The third is cacao. The Mars company actually conducted research on the effects of chocolate on autophagy. However, this does not mean that you should go out and eat a Mars bar. Instead, you should seek out clean cacao sources. There are a few different things you can look for when purchasing chocolate. Look for the word cacao and the top ingredient, which is cacao butter. However, when making chocolate, you want to really go after the really extremely dark. The darker the chocolate, the more of it there is. In the 2009 Journal of Agricultural Food Chemistry study on cacao was conducted just for researchers. The study used liver cells, and the researchers discovered that giving cacao to the liver cells increased autophagy.
The fourth top food is olive oil. Essential kitchen olive oil should be organic and never become rancid, giving it a distinct smell that suggests it shouldn't be kept in your cabinets or on your countertop for an extended period of time. The other thing you don't want to do with olive oil is heat it up. If you heat it and put it on a pan and it starts to smoke, you've now turned it into an inflammatory fat. The research on olive oil is also really cool in that they're finding that it has an effect on the beta-amyloid protein. If it goes rancid, it won't stimulate autophagy. Instead, it will actually cause cellular inflammation. Research linking cancer with olive oil. Thus, it was done on metastatic osteosarcoma, but try to use as much olive oil as you can. If you're searching, especially during your fasting window, you may even take a scoop of it and have a tablespoon daily. The fifth top food is turmeric. A lengthy history of therapeutic use of turmeric exists in traditional Asian medicine. One of the naturally occurring substances known as curcuminoids is curcumin, which is extracted from the rhizome of the East Indian plant Curcuma longa and found in turmeric. These findings support the idea that curcumin may have a function in regulating the onset and spread of cancer. Early-phase study data on the use of curcumin formulations to mitigate side effects associated with cancer treatment are very encouraging. A high dose of curcumin studies on turmeric have shown that it increases autophagy in pancreatic cells. The last top food is green tea. It is another beverage that is excellent for increasing autophagy. As you should probably already be aware, green tea is regarded as a health food and is a wonderful substitute for coffee if you don't want to get too much stimulation from it. Then, bergamot tea was actually studied on both mice and humans, and they found that bergamot oil, so like an essential oil, created autophagy in human neuroblastomas cancer again. So this is nerve tissue, these are tumors and cancer, and that was really cool. Nutrient Journal 2019 conducted a study on the neuroprotective effects of green tea, and they also found that it stimulates autophagy in any cell that it was exposed to. If you know another food that fight cancer and help weight reduction, please comment below. Please subscribe to this channel.